KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you rate women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Tatiana Ali. Y'all remember when Will was in there dancing while she was singing? Ladies and gentlemen, the VR back in the building. I'm on fire tonight. Come on, I just want to jump right in, man. So, let me get back to it. I believe there's two components here. Many people are unidirectionally focused on getting what they want, right? They don't get what they want. Their expectations, the outcomes, they're not fulfilled. It was a waste of time, right? And then the other component is it's a waste of time because you didn't get what you want, but you might not recognize the lesson because you didn't watch how you showed up. See, the lesson in a relationship is connected to the work one must do in order to heal themselves from time. Uh-oh. Why I got to heal myself from time? Well, that's what your attachment style is. When you were a baby, back in the day, you had a caregiver, right? And based on their ability to respond to your needs in a timely manner, you developed an attachment style. So, if you're unaware of self and you're not looking for how you show up in the relationship, and you're not getting what you want, boom, waste of time. On to the next. That's the culture and society in which we live, right? See, a lot of this stuff is not about forcing. Many people try to force things to be what they want them to be. At the end of the day, you ain't got to force a lesson if you're paying attention to yourself as you go into that relationship. That lesson will emerge from your subconscious, and you know it. There have been times where the lesson has tried to come up out of your spirit and you pushed it down because you don't want to face what is yours to face in a relationship. You want to blame. You don't want to claim. This is why we teach claim over blame. Right? Claim all that is yours right? All that you are responsible for, all that you're in control of. I'm going to read what I think about time one more time. I firmly hold the belief that in an intimate relationship, time is only wasted when one approaches it with a unidirectional focus on receiving. However, when you shift your perspective towards giving and attentively observing your role in the relationship, your time becomes an invaluable investment, never to be squandered by you or anybody else. It all starts with you. This is why I asked the heavy question at the top. Is the process of psychological healing. What is psychological healing? It's the past. What happened in the past? So now here we are trying to mold and cajole and shape and model our relationships to be like this hospital for wounds that we got from when we were children. So when I go to the relationship, well, I wasn't protected. I didn't feel validated. I didn't feel seen or heard at home. So now I must be seen and heard in the relationship. And if I don't get that, it's a waste of time, right? Krishnamurti puts it this way. Now listen. Without memory, there is no time. For thought to come to an end and for the timeless to be, you must understand memory. For without memory, there is no thought. See, this is the ancient Hindu belief of no mind. Well, this is how you get people talking about it all day. They don't know nothing about yoga, but they will be on La Cienega in that hot yoga room stretching. But they don't understand what it actually means. This concept that Krishnamurti is talking about, no mind. That's how you stop the wheel of karma. We say karma all day long. We got kids named Karma. Karma is about stopping psychological knowledge, right? We go into the relationship with the past, hoping that our partner won't waste our time. But what you fail to realize is if you come in with the past is present in the present moment. And when it's present in the present moment, it needs to be reconciled. See, and instead of all of that, we have turned relationships into what I can get. And we've labeled that a waste of time. Do you see where we're going here? Krishnamurti, what are the signs that an intimate relationship is consuming a significant portion of your time? Thought and time are together always. They are not two separate movements, but one constant movement. Right? The thing is, and this is the part that is really daunting for a lot of people, we're really not about healing ourselves. We're about escaping the pain. We're about escaping the disappointment. And when we can't escape, we blame. Now, I know people don't want to hear that put that way, but that's what it is. See, if you take Eckhart Tolle's work, The Power of Now, when you understand the power of now, you're going to understand mindfulness in relationships. Applying the power of now in relationships involves practicing mindfulness. It means being fully present in your interactions with your partner. When you're engaged in a conversation, we truly listen and immerse ourselves in the experience of listening. We avoid dwelling on past grievances or future worries. Do you know how many people are not in the present in their relationship? They are either in the past, and from the past they are projecting to a particular type of future. And if they don't get it, you wasted my time. If you walk into the relationship looking for you and looking for how you show up, you're going to be looking for patterns, reoccurring patterns that show up. And you're going to be looking to break those patterns within yourself, not your partner's patterns. Don't you hate it when somebody read a book and then all of a sudden they want to teach? You say you read 32 pages. You didn't even read all the way through the book. Now you proselytizing the book. You see, your partner's work is their business. Your work is yours. So imagine you walk into the relationship and you're looking for how you show up. And you're looking for the patterns, the negative patterns, the patterns from the past that show up. And you want to break those patterns. One of the ways of, unfulfilling relationships waste our time is by perpetuating unhealthy patterns from the past. Eckhart Tolle's philosophy encourages us to break free from these patterns by living in the present moment. That means making choices based on current circumstances and feelings rather than past hurts. Do you know how many people live in the past and just can't get over it? Right? Just refuse. And they live there, refuse to I don't want to get over it. I ain't going to never forget that. I ain't going to never forgive it either. And this is why they can't move forward, right? And the focus is not on themselves. The focus is on their partner. This happened to me. You did it. And guess what? We stuck, right? In the present moment, people, you can master and employ the art of letting go. Many people don't want to let go. Many people identify with the past. Right? I didn't get what I was supposed to get before, so this time around, I'm going to get it. And if I don't get it, what's the catchword? You wasted my time. No disrespect. Many individuals stay in unfulfilling relationships due to the fear of letting go. Eckhart Tolle explains that the past is an illusion, and clinging to it only causes suffering. Applying this wisdom, individuals can increase their attachment to unhealthy relationships, understanding that the future holds the potential for the new, right? Listen, you want to know what your emotional triggers are? You have to be present in the moment when you are relating to another, right? A disagreement comes up, you get present, you get quiet, you get still, and you find out, what's coming to the surface in me. That's your curriculum. That's your personal curriculum. Many people don't understand this. Relationships are all about getting for most people. Most people don't even understand the concept of giving. When was the last time you gave something without a desire to receive something? When was the last time you gave out of the kindness of your heart? I'm talking about to your significant other. How many times do we, listen to what I'm saying, how many times do we give with the silent, unspoken expectation of receiving? We listen to all the callers in the first hour. We listen to all the clips that we play. And everybody's talking about they're wasting your time if you don't get what you want. Everybody is having a transactional conversation for a spiritual subject. Relationships are inherently spiritual, people. You got to show up looking for mindfulness in relationship, looking to cultivate mindfulness. You got to show up in relationships seeking to break free from your past negative patterns. You got to step into relationship looking to let go of those patterns that have come to the surface. You got to step into relationship being aware or looking to be aware of pre-existing emotional triggers and ones you don't even know about. You got to be aware. Unresolved emotional triggers from the past often surface in intimate relationships, leading to conflict and wasted time. By being present and aware of these triggers, individuals can address them in real time, preventing their reoccurrence, right? Unresolved emotional triggers. You gotta look for that. You gotta get in alignment with your personal growth. Eckhart Tolle talks about this too. He encourages personal growth as an integral part of living in the now. In relationships, this means evaluating whether the partner aligns with your growth and fulfillment. If it consistently hinders personal development, it is a sign that your time could be spent or better spent elsewhere. Now, I'm telling y'all, relationships are spiritual. What makes them spiritual is your consciousness, your awareness. But oftentimes we're only aware of what we want. And many times we're not aware of why we want it. Sometimes we got to get what we want to understand that it wasn't enough. Whew. But we quick to say somebody wasted our time. We're not aware spiritually that maybe your ancestors blocked it, prevented it, shut it down. Because not only would it have wasted your time, it would have really hurt you. And sometimes your ancestors will allow you to be hurt so you can grow. Do you understand? There's lessons and blessings in everything. But most people just want to get. And even when they get, they're not grateful. God will give you a lesson and you'll be upset because you didn't get what you expected. Huh? You'll still walk away from the most tumultuous yet valuable relationship you've ever been in with a whole satchel of lessons that God gave you. But because you didn't get what you wanted or what you expected, somehow your time was wasted. When I come forward, the voice of reason, we'll be taking phone calls, and I got even more to talk about. Don't get it tripping.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, this is Zoe Williams, the voice of reason from KBLA Talk 1580. Listen, if you're in the market for the best prices and the fastest delivery for custom-made roller shade, LA Custom Blinds is the place to be. Schedule a free estimate, and they will come to your house, measure your windows, and bring a variety of fabrics to choose from, and then come back and install it all for free. The best part is that their factory is located right here in downtown Los Angeles, so they make the shades really fast. All you got to do is go to lacustomblinds.com and schedule your free in-home estimate right now. Tell them Zoe Williams sent you.
For all of us, this generation and the next, there is simply no place in our lives for litter. And yet, it's everywhere we look, and unfortunately, it does belong to all of us. So let's come together and create a litter-free, clean California once and for all. Remember to properly dispose of your trash and recycling. Secure truckloads with tarps to keep debris from flying out. Clean out your car when you're at the gas station. Take pride in your community by organizing a cleanup event or join a cleanup event near you. Zero litter is the goal. Join us at cleanca.com. That's cleanca.com. Let's do it together. Brought to you by Caltrans. cleanca.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action is the youth component of the impactful CBO, known as the Community Coalition. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action has chapters at almost every South LA high school. Say Yeah, as they are popularly known, is located at 80th and Vermont, but serves young people all over South LA. Under the COCO umbrella, they train youth organizers, help underserved scholars prepare for college, and work with students to help them gain admission to top universities. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action Action fosters teen activism, where young people have led campaigns moving tens of millions of dollars to South LA schools and forcing officials to make AP classes available to students in under-resourced institutions. SCEL scholars have taken part in the March on Washington, been published in major news outlets, and been elected to city council. Long before she was mayor, Karen Bass started the program when she founded the Community Coalition. To donate, volunteer, or enroll a student in South Central Youth Empowered Through Action, please visit cocsouthla.org. cocsouthla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
A skinny man died of a big disease with a little name. By chance his girlfriend came across a needle and soon she did the same. At home there were 17-year-old boys and their idea of fun is being in a gang called the Disciples, high on crack, and toting a machine gun. Church and kill everyone inside. You turn on the telly and every other story is telling you somebody died. My sister killed her baby cause she couldn't afford to feed it, and it was sending people to the moon. In September my cousin tried reefer for the very first time. Now he's doing horse. It's June.
I think that every video I've ever done could be looked at not simply through the lens of dating and relationships, but through the lens of time. The idea of not suffering for longer than we need to, not spending longer with the wrong person than we need to, not repeating the same mistakes that are costly in terms of time. In fact, one of the main questions I get from people is, how do I read someone's intentions? How do I know if they're just stringing me along? How do I know if this person is wasting my time? I recently posted something across all of my social media saying, if you want to know someone's intentions, watch their actions, not their words.
Okay,
because
just stop.
Have
just stop it. Stop the evil. I'm going to play the clip again. I want you guys to listen to it again, but oh my God. Even in trying to help people, there's me, and then there's the bad person on the outside who wastes my time. Do you see? You heard the clip. First off, you need to understand what I mean when I say relationships are inherently spiritual. Every situation you've ever gone through, it's not a waste of time. There is no such thing as Mr. Right or wrong. Everybody is right for you. Every single person you've ever dated is right for you. They were right for you at that moment, as Reggie talked about earlier. See, we have this vision in our head that say we deserve the best and the best of the best of the best. I deserve. But you haven't done the work. Some people think just because they had two parents that they somehow better than the person that had one. But if you got two parents that ignored your needs as a child, do you understand? And that one person had one parent that was very attentive to everything they needed as a child. And that person was securely attached because they had a good primary caregiver, an effective primary caregiver, versus a kid that had two parents that weren't good, that came with their own baggage and their own situation, right? Well, because I had two parents, I'm in a better situation than you. Do you understand what I'm saying here? We're always looking to villainize the external person. What have I said on numerous occasions from this seat, from KBLA Talk 1580? What have I said? I said your significant other can only be a question to your spirit. Your spirit is walking around with the answer. Do you understand? Like, when I sit down to talk to people, I say, what's your attachment style? Do you know it? What's that? So you go into the relationship blind, and all you got on your mind is what you can get. And when you don't get it, oh, okay. All right. All right. I didn't get it, so it was a waste of my time. Most of us are trying to get things so we can fill holes in our spirit, right? We're trying to get things to fill holes, right? We come into our adult relationship with holes, and we're looking for the relationship to make us whole, when in fact, the whole process of making yourself whole is an inside job. I need y'all to understand that. That's an inside job. When I said earlier, the process of psychological healing, right? For many people, it takes a long time. Do you know why it takes a long time? For many people, they're stuck in the past, and it's difficult for them to let things go. And this is why it takes a long time to heal. But if you could connect to the now, as Eckhart Tolle spoke of in his book, if you could connect to right now, now is new. It is an empty canvas. And you could change things by doing that. Many people don't know how. So now we have to teach them. In order to be fully present in the now, you must fully let go of the past. Society has made us transactional people, right? If you don't bring me peace, do you hear that? That is an expectation for modern day relationships. If you don't bring me peace, it's not my job to bring you peace. It's your job to bring you peace. I know a lot of people don't understand it. They don't want to hear that. They'd rather, my partner come in and fill these holes. No. We got the whole you wasted my time concept mixed up. When I come forward, we have a return caller? Yes, we do. When I come forward, the voice of reason, we'll go to the callers.
Some say man ain't happiness, man truly dies. Oh, why time.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Federal prosecutors plan to indict Hunter Biden by September 29th on gun charges, according to a court filing. The president's son had agreed to a plea agreement that would have spared him jail time for allegedly purchasing a gun as a drug user. The deal had Hunter Biden entering a diversion program, but the agreement fell apart in court in July. That plea deal also included tax evasion charges, but it's unclear where those now stand. Chicago's temporary casino could open very soon. Bally's has scheduled practice gaming sessions to take place at Medina Temple for the Illinois Gaming Board today and tomorrow. If all goes well, the casino could open this weekend. The temporary location will operate until a permanent one is built at the location of the former Chicago Tribune printing plant in River West. And that is the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
water. All of life depends on it. So, for the love of water, California, everyone has a part to play when it comes to reducing water waste. Let's make conservation a way of life. Find ways to conserve at saveourwater.com.
Follow the leader. KBLA Talk 1580. Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader when the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take away your life with just one wrong pill. Addiction is a disease that can affect anyone at any age. But there is a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at choosemat.org.
Hi, it's Tavis Smiley. KBLA Talk 1580 is inviting you to join us on Saturday, September 16th, 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. for our very first economic empowerment event for the community. This event is free and is powered by Caltrans. We're doing this in association with Rambo House, and here's Rambo to tell you more.
Contracts. I'm going to say it again for all of us small business owners out there. Contracts. Rambo House, KBLA, Tavis, me. Oh my God, this is going to be massive. I truly thank Caltrans for giving us the opportunity to focus on contracts. Listen, that's what it's all about to be a small business in LA. That's how we hire our own. That's how we expand our community is contracts. KBLA1580.com is for you to have a seat at our contracts focused event. Contract Ready does it again. We had over 900 last time. So you guys know how exciting this is. And if you just think that you want to get into contracts and you're close to it, bring your friends out for September 16th at the Marriott Hotel. Listen, you know where to register. KBLA1580.com. Come see me. I can't wait to see you. Let's do it, Tavis.
So be sure to go to KBLA1580.com for all the details. We'll see you Saturday, September 16th.
Hey, this is Zoe Williams, the voice of reason from KBLA Talk 1580. Listen, if you're in the market for the best prices and the fastest delivery for custom-made roller shade, LA Custom Blinds is the place to be. Schedule a free estimate and they will come to your house, measure your windows, and bring a variety of fabrics to choose from. And then come back and install it all for free. The best part is that their factory is located right here in downtown Los Angeles, so they make the shades really fast. All you gotta do is go to lacustomblinds.com and schedule your free in-home estimate right now. Tell them Zoe Williams sent you.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
When my family does Walt Disney World Resort, we do it big.
Bippity boppity big, like Cinderella Castle.
Big, like those juicy turkey legs from Gaston's Tavern.
It doesn't get any bigger than the Tam Tam Drummers. Get it, Grandma?
Yeah, and big like Goofy's kicks. Yup.
It's your world, so do it big at Walt Disney World Resort.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. Where we're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah. Do you think I'll ever need you, love, more than you need me? Show me your true colors, girl, I just wanna see. Cause I done had too many come around and change on me. She's screaming, please don't waste my time. I say I totally agree. See, girl, I'm fine with that. I done gave my watches away, ain't got no time for that. Asking where's my heart, good luck finding that. How long could I see her around? Think I'm still timing that. Think I'm still timing that. Pretty teeth with a nice demeanor. I'm in the rush, it was nice to meet you. Collar shirt, no elongated tees. Cheaper to be yourself, ain't no wrong way to be. Accomplished a lot, I came from the block.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Gates, ain't nobody off limits. I'm gonna play everybody. My playlist is my co-host. We on fire tonight, man. We having a deep conversation. The Bank of Time. The Bank of Time. How our time could potentially be wasted in intimate relationship. Right? The phrase, time is a valuable currency in life, encapsulates the notion that time, like money, is a limited resource that should be spent wisely. Personally, this phrase reminds me of the importance of investing my time in meaningful pursuits that bring fulfillment and growth. When it comes to intimate relationships, allowing someone to waste your time can have profound consequences on your overall well-being and overall life satisfaction. When people waste your time, you could experience emotional drain. When we invest our time in an unfulfilling relationship, it often leads to emotional exhaustion. Constantly trying to salvage a relationship that lacks mutual respect, understanding, and support can drain our emotional reserves. This emotional drain can hinder our ability to focus on personal growth, pursue our passions, and maintain healthy self-esteem. I agree and disagree there. Yes, that could be the outcome. Yes, that could be an outcome. But if you have a different perspective and you look at relationship difficulty from a different lens, you might be saying, hey, well, let me see what there is here to excavate. Like, is there a lesson I can, extrapolate from this situation? Then it's not a waste of time, right? Yeah, there still may be emotional drain, but there will be some gain at the end if you're looking for that. Then also, wasted time. Oh, stagnation and missed opportunities. Do you see how all of this is about getting? But that's okay, right? I'm not saying getting is bad. I'm just saying when it's unidirectionally focused on getting, right? The relationships become pretty much transactional, right? Unfulfilling relationships can create a sense of stagnation where personal growth and self-improvement take a back seat. Time spent in such relationships can result in missed opportunities for personal and professional development. By allowing someone to waste our time, we inadvertently limit our potential and hinder our ability to explore new experiences and relationships that could bring genuine fulfillment. Again, agree and disagree. That could bring. Why don't you bring fulfillment? You have to understand, if you're susceptible to emotional drain, right? That means there's something in you that deserves or that's calling to be worked on. Most of our relationships are designed on being upset because somebody didn't do what we wanted them to do. That's what this you wasted my time business is about. And it's frustrating hearing it, but I'm going to keep sharing. There's a negative impact on your mental health when somebody wastes your time. I'm not going to ask, how did you get in this situation for the umpteenth time where a person wasted your time? I'm not going to ask that. I'm not going to ask, why are you attracted to people who waste your time? I'm not going to ask. Why are you attracted to unavailable people and you get to running after them? Right? That could be a contribution to the wasting of your time. Loss of authenticity and self-identity. You must not have believed in yourself in the beginning if you're going to lose your authenticity and self-identity. When we allow someone to waste our time in an unfulfilling relationship, we risk losing touch with our authentic selves. We may compromise our values, interests, and aspirations to maintain a relationship that ultimately fails to bring us joy and fulfillment. Happiness, inside job. Self-esteem, inside job. Self-approval, inside job. Self-acceptance, inside job. Self-worth, inside job. Self-acknowledgement, inside job. Happiness, inside job. Again, do you see how relationships, the ideas around them are inverted? Everything is pointing to the question and not the answer you carry inside you. You could be happy. You can be full of self-esteem and self-worth, and you can radiate love and peace and joy and fulfillment and all of this and attract somebody in that's just like you. But you're attracting somebody in that's just like you, just not on the higher spectrum, just not on a higher consciousness. This is you as you are, and you attract what you are. You get the work you've completed, or you get the work you've ignored. That's how the spirituality of relationship works. Keep ignoring yourself. You're going to keep getting dissatisfaction. You dissatisfied with you. I'm sorry. Callie Soul from Denver called back in here. Let's get her back in to talk.
I'm black.
Hey, she's black.
I'm a quote A Course in Miracles here. When we are healed, we're not healed alone. And all things are lessons that God would have us learn. You can't heal by yourself. I can sit up and read all the self-help books that I want to and have all of that information in my arsenal, right? But until I jump into or sit in any of my ships, friendship, relationship, courtship, whatever ship, that's my opportunity to apply what I know. And a sword can't sharpen itself.
Ooh, keep going. I'm with you.
So our relationships continue to grow us up, and not in a physical sense, but in a spiritual sense. As we move through, as we heal, as we're willing to have courageous conversations, we heal. And in that healing, we're healing the other person too, because just like you showed up, they showed up in your life and you attracted them to you for whatever lessons you needed. They attracted you to them for whatever lessons they needed.
Keep
so
going.
This whole you're wasting my time or whatever, no, I chose to waste my time. I chose to use you to either hurt myself or to grow myself.
Ooh, wait, stay with us.
And that's always
stay with us, Callie. Don't leave. No, either to hurt myself or to grow myself. Is that what you said?
We want to blame it on other people for being in our lives, and it's well, who sent out the invitation?
Wow, stay with me. When we come forward, me and Callie Soul, we got something to talk about. When we come forward, Lord have mercy, the voice of reason is on fire.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, can potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, But it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
Anyone can choose to make a difference. You can help people succeed, rebuild after disasters, protect the environment, or feed the hungry. Not only will you make a difference for others, but for yourself. You can earn money for college, learn career skills, and make friendships that last a lifetime. Make a difference. Choose your future. Choose AmeriCorps.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
Now. We tend not to think about now. We dream about tomorrow, relive yesterday. But right now in front of us is victory over cancer. Right now, cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to better treatments and saving lives. Victory over cancer is there for the taking by you, because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. Learn more at v.org.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Is your eyesight changing?
I can't read this anymore.
Don't lose hope. People just like you are working every day using Braille, screen magnification, speech technology, and other tools and blindness skills. Your eyesight may have changed, but your goals, they don't have to. We can help. Visit us on the web at blind.org. The National Federation of the Blind. Live the life you want.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cyndi Lauper, time after time. And I know a lot of people, this is not your normal you wasted my time show. Because I wanted to go deeper than just the superficial space that most people go to. Signs they wasting your time, lack of communication. They consistently avoid opening up and being honest and having, real communication. Disregard of boundaries. They wasting your time. Emotional unavailability. Wasting your time. Frequent cancellations. They wasting your time. Constant criticism. They wasting your time. Manipulative behavior. Lack of trust. Neglecting your needs. Lack of effort. Stonewalling. Lack of intimacy. Controlling behavior. Wasting your time. Lack of accountability. Wasting your time. Dismissive attitude. Wasting your time. Lack of reciprocity, wasting your time. Unresolved past issues, wasting your time. Lack of empathy, gaslighting, emotional manipulation, lack of future planning, disrespectful behavior, inconsistent behavior, lack of growth. Listen, if all of that is available and present, what you there for anyway? And at the end of the day, if you invert this list, everything that I just listed, if you came with it, good communication, respectful of your significant other's boundaries, right? You're emotionally available. You're consistent with your word, so there are no frequent cancellations, right? You provide emotional support, right? You're not constantly judging and criticizing, right? You don't engage in manipulative behavior, right? There is no lack of trust. You don't neglect your significant other's needs or your needs for that matter, right? There is no lack of effort. You don't engage in stonewalling. You are open and available for intimacy. You don't mind sharing it. You don't have controlling behavior. Again, if you become the things that happened to you, listen to what I'm saying, the invert of the things that happened to you that brought you to the space where you said, oh yeah, they wasted my time. I'm telling you right now, expectations, a lot of times people don't understand, man. They're contaminated with fear and ego. I need you guys to understand that. And it manifests itself in your relationship. And it's a tough way to look at it, but I don't believe that somebody could waste your time without your permission. Cali Soul, get in here, Denver, Colorado.
Like I was saying before, if we feel like somebody's wasting our time, or if they're rude, disrespectful, we got to look at the invitation that we sent out. And I almost said possibly sent out, but we definitely sent it out. It's just that oftentimes we don't, especially in the human experience. In the human experience, your eyes project outwards. They see outwards. They don't see inwards. So, like, you're always looking as a human to look elsewhere instead of taking accountability. But that's spiritual maturity, to take accountability.
I'm listening. Go ahead, girl. You cooking.
I lost my train of thought right quick. Dang.
It happens to the best of us. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. All in all, again, like you said before, you might have a buster beacon, and you think because your beacon is all shined up with, whatever accoutrement you want to put on it.
Right.
For the fellas, it might be the Rolex, the car, the house, the persona. For women, it might be the hair, the nails, whatever. Like, you think just because you done, dressed it up that it's still not a buster beacon. It's like, nah, like, if your spirit ain't right, if anything that shows up in your life, toxic or not, like, you called it to you. So you got to be willing to look and...
Wait, you saying if your spirit ain't right, let me get this right. You saying if your spirit ain't right, you are wasting your own time pursuing a relationship with somebody else?
Yeah, just like you looking like, oh, if they don't bring me peace, then they can't be in my life. You got to bring yourself peace. And if the opposite of peace showed up in your life, then you want some chaos to teach you some lessons until you can learn to love yourself.
So
just a little bit more.
So you were here with us in the first hour when everybody was calling in and basically making the point that it's really, relationships here in America are just really transactional, right? They're just transactional. It's like, you wasted my time because you didn't give me what I want, right?
Yeah, you're wasting your own time because you won't go get what you want. You won't create what you want. You want somebody else to do it for you.
Or you won't become what you want. See,
amen.
Many people want love. They want to receive it, but they don't look.
They don't know how to give it.
But they don't know that you won't have to receive it if you become it. It won't be an expectation. People want peace, but they don't know how to cultivate peace from within. So when they don't get these things that somebody told them they were supposed to get, I don't know if it was Disney, I don't know who told them this, Callie, but when they don't get what the expectation says it wants, then it's, you wasted my time.
Yeah.
Callie, how do we grow them up? In one step. Give us one good step right now.
Be willing to look at yourself. Everything that you want to experience be it, like you just said, create it for yourself. Create peace, cultivate the peace within you. You don't even got to create it. It's already there. Love is already there. Love is what you are. Let it out. But a lot of times we could bring in the past to the present experience and blocking it.
How do they let it out? So many people don't know how to do this. How is it done?
That's a process. It's a process. And the main thing is willingness to see yourself, to be vulnerable with yourself, and to take your journey seriously and to take full accountability for your experience, for your emotions, for the way you're going to see things, for the way you're going to extend. Fear retracts. Love extends.
So your vibe right now is reminding me of Delana Zimmerman.
I love Delana.
Right? Because she said something that was exceedingly powerful the last time she was here. She says, we think we're in love with people, but really we're in fear with people. She said, we're not in love. We are in fear with each other. Not in love with each other, but in fear with each other. And I think there's a fear of not getting what we signed up for. There's a fear of being hurt again. There's a fear of wounds being awakened. Do you get what I'm saying? And all of this sets it up for blame. Right?
Absolutely.
Because once I get hurt, now I get to blame you because you didn't do what you were supposed to. Do you get what I'm saying?
Outside of me, no accountability.
Wow.
And you can't heal from not taking accountability.
But
it's impossible.
But accountability in what context? Because I always tell people you can only be accountable for what you're in control of. Right? Because
your feelings, your views.
Okay.
How you we can all sit here and experience the same situation and see it totally different. Somebody, 5 of us might be like, this was the upside of this is such and such. And the other 5 is like, well, this was terrible. But it's still all on that. Like how they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
Experience, perception of your experience is in your control.
Nice. Well, listen, Callie, we got to go now. But Lord have mercy, we appreciate you. Cali Soul, Denver, Colorado in the building. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Like I said, I start the conversations, you finish them. Don't listen to me. I don't know anything about relationships. I'm an abject failure at them. But it's okay. I've learned a lot. But guess who's coming up next to keep the fire lit? Our girl, Jill Monroe, RSVP. The fire continues. Voice of Reason back at you tomorrow.
Slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping.